All right, thank you for being here. My name is Max, and I will show you this transformational process of the ego. Basically, we're at so this process is aimed at people who have existential crises, and basically crises and. Crisis. Okay, you're in an existential crisis. Basically, it means you don't really know what the meaning of life is. That's the main thing. This is what an existential crisis is. It means you don't know why you're alive, what to do in your life, what's the point of life, which way to go in your life. So, I'm going to show you one way to get out of this existential crisis. And basically it's a 4-step, it's got 4 main phases. And basically during each of these phases, we will go through cognitive and behavioral style that is related to a philosophical approach. One of those, the main. So we're going to go through 4 broad philosophical movements. So the first one is, it might make sense, but when we have existential crisis, we are in the existential. We are in the existential philosophy. Existentialist. Basically, the existentialist. What does the existentialist movement teach you? It teaches you. I'm recording a video. Okay? It teaches you that you are the one who decides what to do in your life. Because by definition, life has no meaning. And you are the one who has to give the meaning you want to your life. Okay, so but the way to do it is to be an adventurer. So what do adventurers do? They go out into the world and they have experiences, they go to many places. And okay, so we're gonna write 5 main key aspects of what it is to be an adventurer in this existentialist kind of cognitive idea. All right, so the adventurer is free. The main thing about the adventure is freedom. In the existentialist philosophy, we are free by default. It means in life we're free. We can do what we want. Okay? And the adventurer is also free. So the precept is to try to be extroverted. Basically, when you're extroverted, you are oriented towards the outside world. You're oriented towards other people and the world in general. It's a concrete thinking style. So then there's the third thing is to be bold. Is boldness, not to be afraid. It means you want to take risks, and then you are curious. And the last is creativity. The problem is that life has no meaning, so we need to try. We need to try many ways to find the meaning. So we have to go many directions, and sometimes we change our mind. So, for example, you try in front, you go backwards, you turn left, you turn right. Okay, and the point is to have as many experiences as possible. And out of these experiences, hopefully, you will learn something. And you will find the meaning of life, but it might be that you never find it. So you have to change mindset from an existentialist and adventurous mindset to a romantic mindset. It's related to to romanticism. So basically, the existentialist movement was something that that marked the 20th century. 20th century. So we're going to go back into time to the 19th century. Romanticism started in England and Germany and then spread to France. So several things, related to romanticism. It means we want to do one transition and go from the extroversion to introversion. It means, and what else? Introspection. Looking inside yourself. That has the goal to liberate yourself. So, in an existentialist situation, you are free to do what you want. But in the romanticism situation, you are not free. You need to liberate yourself from yourself. So there is this idea of liberation, like going from some sort of prison to freedom. Then there is the interest in nature. It means if we are in this second phase, maybe we do want to enjoy nature, everything that is natural. In fact, we want to liberate ourselves from misconceptions. So we want to find the truth. And maybe the truth is related to nature. The true identity of nature will teach us who we really are. And we want to find harmony with ourselves, harmony with others, and harmony in the world in general. And this process, hopefully, would make you reach an epiphany, a psychological epiphany. It's that eureka moment when you realize what the meaning of life is. And after you realize it, it's that transition where you go from the romantic, in fact we could call it being an idealist in that philosophical school of thought movement. So we go from the idealist to the warrior of the enlightenment. So the Enlightenment is a movement that took place in the 18th century. So we go back another century into the past, and basically the ideas of enlightenment was progress, the idea of progress, the idea of equality, justice, and it's in fact science versus faith. So it means at this moment, after we have reached the psychological epiphany, if we have reached the truth, and then so we know what we have to do, and we made the decision. So this transition is a decision, making a decision, and basically the endeavor, the behaviors of the warrior is to be determined. The warrior is interested in perfection and persistence or perseverance. We are targeted towards action. We want to reach our goal. We're interested in performance. Now, we don't reach satisfaction, freedom, happiness when we have applied the warrior mindset. Because the warrior mindset might be too excessive. And so the last transition it would be to go from a warrior of the enlightenment mindset to a classical mindset based on justice, like the right things, being right, being in control, and prudence, being careful. And all these behaviors are illustrated by classicism, especially in gardens. You may think of the classical architecture and classical gardens, where straight lines are more important than round shapes. And this is the last endeavor that supposedly will get you out of that crisis. That it's not a crisis anymore. Hopefully, you will reach what you want from life. Your goal is here. But then the whole process starts again because, existential crises, they happen all the time, any time in life. Okay, so this is the whole cycle.